myself.
Because I had no shoes. And then I met a man who had no feet.
Then I said, friend, I have a question for you.
May I have your shoes?
And I guess that's sort of the way it all started. I mean, all I can say is, I meant well. So, January, 14 months ago.
Lebec International Publishing, offices in Paris, Rome, Tokyo, Singapore, London, and New York. January.
Brilliant! You hear me? This is brilliant. I haven't seen anything like it in 10 years. Hey, we met, son. Huge campaign. Frontline, Nightline, prime time, late night, tomorrow, today, Good Morning America. Here's your fucking... And you. Look at you. Oh, sweet, young, scruffy from the middle of nowhere. You still got your looks. You got your hair. Oh, you got a girl? No, you're single. He's single. Okay, so call Oprah. Koppel, he's low on the ratings, but he's good on the resume. Screw Springer, we keep you clean. We get you on Oprah with the blacks, Donaldson with the environmentos, The View with those God help us feminists, and then we roll. We get you a new suit, a press agent, a girl, an assistant, maybe even a personal trainer. And we get it into stores by election time. No, by primaries. Marge, can we get something out by primaries? Before primaries. Then get me Simpson. Oh, this is beautiful. Where were you in the 80s?
Exactly what do you like about it?
The book? Sonny, it's gorgeous. It sings like Florence fucking Nightingale. I mean, come on. Men, women, slavery, environmental rape, Jews, gays, communism, nuclear holocaust. Peace is dangerous to our economy. Jesus, kitten, do you know how to pack them in? Government conspiracies? I mean, we should call Oliver Stone.
Well, but does it need editing? What I mean is, do you think...
No, hey. Did Shakespeare say one more couplet? Huh? Did Picasso say one more brushstroke? No. Don't you touch that fucking masterpiece. You brought me a perfect made child. Now you leave it alone. Hey, I will raise this child for you. I'll make it a millionaire before it's 20.
You really think it's that good?
Oh, you're killing me. Did you not see it with every sentence you plucked from your little Underwood?
What?
It's controversial. It's dirty. It's mean.
And it's funny.
What?
It's funny. It's a satire. You saw that right away, didn't you? African Americans back to slavery, America back to war, dissolve the EPA, required national conversion to Christianity. You didn't, you don't, what? You don't think it's, dry?
Dry?
Sarcastic. You don't see it's,
What?
angle? Your phone.
What?
The phone.
Oh, right. Hey, stop for a second. Wait. What?
It's Mr. Simpson.
So it's funny. Funny like ha-ha?
Yeah.
Like ironic?
Mr. Lebec?
Hang on, Marge. Oh, I get it. You're shitting me, right?
Mr. Lebec.
Pulling my leg.
Sir.
Yeah, to see if I'll bite. You know, and you almost had me, too. Ironic, he says. Funny ha-ha. You almost had me, you fucking schmuck.
I'm serious, Mr. Lebec. It's my commentary. A warning to the American people about continuing on their current paths. Couching language of their national politicians in the nightly news. Look, I took an existing extreme to a logical absurd, based on principles gaining momentum in every aspect of our social and political agendas. How do I say this? It's a litmus test. A way to find out what our country really believes in.
Marge, tell Simpson I'll call him back.
Mr. Simpson says you can get it into stores before primary.
He does? Well, tell him I'll call him back.
You'll call Mr. Simpson back?
I'll call him back.
Maybe I should just...
No. You're some kind of activist. Hmm? You know, a lefty. A red.
Not really. Activist?
Yeah, did you march for things?
I did.
Like against war?
Well,
Did you burn your draft card?
didn't everybody?
Burnt your draft card, okay.
I went to Canada. I got my degree there.
The University of Toronto.
Plus, I'm married. Not that it
Married?
18 years. We met abroad.
She's
British.
a foreigner.
Look, maybe I should
No,
just...
no, no, no. Okay, we'll do it anyway.
What?
We'll do it anyway, okay. So you dodged the war, okay. So you went to a foreign college, so what? So you sympathized, you smoked a little reefer, you had one too many women, and then you woke up. I want a marriage, you realized. I want a family. I want a safe and dependable world. So you rallied, you marched, you bled, and then you woke up and you changed your mind. Oh, everyone loves a reformed sinner. We check you into rehab, hard copy, inside edition, rethink it a little. Middle America comes home, settles down, Costner plays you in the movie.
Mr. LeBeck.
Oh, honey pie. Oh, an activist comes to his senses. He rode around the block and realized that everything he fought against was what?
Still wrong?
Meant something, carried weight. Okay, so our hero comes back from another country to reclaim himself. Yeah, he missed his family, his country, his mother, his God. He wanted to connect again, so he wrote this book. Fucking Christ.
That's insane.
It's all in the spin?
It's a statement. Serious?
No, I know. I heard all of that.
Okay, then why did I go to Canada?
To learn your lessons.
Okay, and in the protests?
You were young, you were frightened, you were rebelling against your father.
My father?
Yes, a Marine colonel, a diehard patriot.
My father taught kindergarten.
That's the same difference, but...
Look, why would somebody with my background write this if it wasn't a statement?
Look, Arthur, you want to be a writer? You want to be an author? Well, what, you want to be heard? Well, they'll hear you, sonny. They'll listen to you. Publicity's not such a bad thing. Because people never read a book they never heard of.
And you could support this? The new slavery and forced Christianity and don't vote?
Hey, I'm a Jew from Rockaway. Frankly, it scares the shit out of me. But hey, can I sell it?
A Jew from Rockaway. Armando LeBeck?
Hey, it's Manny Beckstein. Du mach mich sehr viel.
Ik ben zeer felictation met dir.
You too!
It was Kellerman.
Okay, but what's the holdup, huh? Two kikes get in line and squeeze the Protestants who actually believe this crap. Hey, look, ultimately, it's a book, A book.
The Bible was a book.
Look, Zaz, sit. We can talk like grown-ups. Between two adults, we can find a compromise.
I'm sorry, I can't compromise on this.
Look, Arthur, I respect your ideals. I do. But let's talk business for a minute. Turkey, you spent how long on the book?
5 years.
5 years. And you want somebody to read it?
Of course I want to.
Right! Not nobody, somebody. Now, your only offer.
What?
I'm your only offer.
Well, the University of Toronto...
No, fuck the university. The U of Nowhere fucking Canada Press? I am talking LeBeck. Anybody else like me? No. What, so in your old age you'll be able to say, hey, I was published by some crappy university in another country, and nobody read it, and nobody reviewed it, and in the end, nothing changed? I'm sorry, Arthur, but I don't believe that's what you want. I don't believe that you wrote this book arbitrarily.
Mr. LeBeck...
Honey pie, what is the worst thing that can happen? Huh? A few 100,000 people read it? Terrible. It hits the bestseller racks? A crime. Influential reviewers pick it up, people talk about it. Where's the bad part here, Arthur? What is it you want? Hey,
What?
Hey. Look at me. Look at me. Trust me. Take the offer. Take the 15 minutes, and then, oh God, Arthur, then we tell him the truth.
What?
Oh Christ, it's beautiful. Oh, okay. So you want blacks back in chains? Of course you do. You think homos are a plague from God? Everyone else does. They'll believe you mean it because they want to believe you mean it. They won't even be surprised. They'll trust you. They'll trust the media the same way they listen to the government, and they'll prove the book for you. Then, when they're whipped into a frenzy of outrage, we come back and we hit them with the truth. Suddenly, They understand. They've been had. They can be had. Hey, you are a prophet. You are a national hero. You've exposed the way things work. Nothing like it has ever been attempted in the history of publishing.
Do you think?
Say it, Arthur. Hey, say yes.
Do you think it would work?
Oh, my boy, my own. There's the man who wrote the book. There's the man that I called into my office, and you know what? That is the man that I sell to America. Arthur, everything changes from this moment.
Arthur Kellogg's home, Putnam Cottage, Connecticut, March.
Arthur, you trust me?
Lily,
Trust me or don't you, Arthur? Because that's what this is about.
I'm sorry, I just don't get it.
What now?
Okay, why am I going on before it comes out?
You watch late night TV.
Sure.
You see the movie stars come out.
Of course.
And what are they pitching?
Oh, their next
Next movie.
Okay.
Has it been reviewed yet?
Well, no, but...
Does anyone know anything about it?
Oh, no.
Well then, sit up straight. Let's see. Pros, feedback, language. Let me see you walk.
What?
Stand up.
Just
Walk.
walk.
What are you doing?
I'm walking.
With your arms? What are you doing with your arms?
Lily, I don't mean to be...
Look, Arthur, you have to walk on the sets. Do you want to look like a moron? You're an author, for Christ's sakes. They're going to be frozen in time, poised to flip the channel. Arthur, yawn. You keep walking around like that, no national spots. No national spots. Before you're out of the gate.
Well, you could book me on Larry King.
What?
Well, nobody walks on Larry King's set. They're just there when the camera is on.
Arthur,
Ah, right. Shut up.
keep walking.
Keep walking. All for the book, right?
All for the book. Am I interrupting? Sorry, I'm off.
Oh, no, we were just, already?
You've been here for 3 hours. Hello, Lily.
Clinic?
We're walking the doctors in. There's been some noise.
More than usual?
No.
Joe?
Not to worry. Have fun, you two.
She's... Right. Where were we? Look, God, this is hopeless. Look, maybe we could just do
Arthur?
some...
I didn't want to have to resort to this, but the hype column.
Uh-huh.
You're on it.
I'm...
That reporter you talked to last week?
Yeah.
Us Magazine?
I'm a...
Top of the do read column. Has our book come out yet? Has it been reviewed?
No.
Do we care?
Oh.
You can't let us down now, Arthur. We've got too much invested. Look, the book is wonderful. We're crazy about it. We just want to make sure that it gets a fair shake. And in America, that means you and me strolling around for another 8 weeks. Got it?
Got it.
Now, walk. Millard Fillmore College History Department Office, Portchester, New York, June.
This one, we need to get some signatures.
Okay. Signs in.
Sign here.
Okay.
Sign here.
Kellogg. Okay.
One more. Right here.
Wait a minute. What's this one?
International rights.
International rights?
European distributions. Translations.
They're going to translate my book?
Yes.
When? Who?
Arthur, it all gets decided upon later. Frankly, some sort of favor.
Favor.
Arthur, you want the book in France, or don't you?
Right. Sorry. Of course. France.
What's all this?
Oh, Diane. Ron, Mrs.
Department head, pleased to meet you.
They're translating my book.
Really? Who?
They're going to print it in France.
For the first American printing?
Diane, of course not, right?
Oh, it's all there in black and white. You've got a reporter at 4.
Reporter?
Scarsdale, White Plains, Rye. It's all small potatoes. Next week's the World. Does that jive with your schedule?
Well, yeah, sure. Summer vacation starts.
Great,
And then...
excellent.
Then what?
Oh, you get some advanced publicity. Times, New Yorker, Vanity Fair. It's all standard issue.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, the usual. Book tour countdown, 14 days.
14 days.
Well, boys and girls, I am out of here.
Thank you.
Well,
Well,
would you like to join me for a drink?
oh, sure.
Thanks. I'll have another on your way back. Well, seems like you've got everything under control.
I just do what they tell me to.
Times, Vanity Fair.
First I heard.
Success has been good to you, Arthur. I mean it.
Look, all I do is sign pieces of paper.
Book tour,
Well,
new clothes.
oh, well, Lebecca's fronting me. I have to pay him back.
You're ambitious.
And I'll stop.
You're ambitious. I didn't know that about you.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily...
Light under a bushel.
Diane.
You don't have to be modest, Arthur. I'm paying you a compliment.
Thanks. Well, I'll learn how to be more gracious from now on.
So, when do you leave?
14 days, they tell me.
And what do you do till then?
Oh, pack and, get coached.
What?
This will sound funny, but I have an interview coach. I know, but they think I can go far that, the book might actually sell.
That's wonderful, Arthur. I'm really happy for you.
Well, thanks, Diane. That means a lot.
So what are you doing right now? Right now. Tonight. Any plans?
Oh, well, I'm,
I can make myself clearer. If I have to.
No, that is to say, geez, Diane, I don't know what to say.
Say, I'll pick up the check and meet you wherever you choose. I believe in you, Arthur.
Wow, that's tempting. That is really, well, nobody's ever said anything like that to me before.
Well, maybe you should get used to it.
Oh. Right, but, look, I hope I can say this the right way. I love my wife. I love Joe. Does that make me an idiot? I'm sorry, Diane, I can't say that to you.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
Never mind.
No, really.
It's forgotten. Well, I guess you better scamper off home to Joe then, huh?
Yeah. Well, at least let me get the...
Don't patronize.
I wasn't.
All the best to you, Arthur. All the best.
I'll see you, Diane.
WRC WFM, Hartford, Connecticut, June, 10 days later.
Just a test now. Just a minor test.
Right. I got you.
Remember, no walking, sitting, eating, drinking, nothing.
Lily,
What?
you're brushing my clothes and fixing them. It's radio.
Right, I'm nervous for you. Are you nervous?
Well,
Remember, low, even tones. Be respectful. Funny if you can be, but not lame.
not lame, I remember.
And stay away from controversy. Just check it in the mainstream. Nothing too smart. And remember, your wet dream come true. The chance to be on the radio with this particular radio schmuck. Got it?
My whole life, this guy.
Just remember everything I ever told you.
What?
It's a joke. You okay? Need a cough drop? Some water?
Water would be good.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you very much.
But enough about my sex life. Let's talk about you. Our listeners want to know the real man behind the hype.
What can I tell you, Jimmy J? I'm just a typical American guy chasing my own wet dream.
Oh, America! Did he just say wet dream?
Aren't I allowed to?
Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Wet dream! Wet dream! Wet dream! It's legal. You can say wet dream. Holy crap, I said it again. Hey, wait a minute here. Can I say crap on the air?
I guess so. You just said it twice now.
Well, then I gotta apologize. You know, you shouldn't say crap on the air. What, with little of the crap on the air? But, you know, we all have to apologize for our wet dreams once in a while. Now, here's a real question. Whose wet dream is it to grow up and write a book? I mean, that's what I want to know.
Oh, well, mine. Since I was...
A little baby boy!
Well, I just always wanted to make a difference, you know? To change.
Don't we all, man? Don't we all? Holy Christ, I'm misting up here. I swear to God, but I'm swearing again. Holy Mother of Christ, somebody hold me back. But how are you going to change the world? How are you going to change their eyes, Mr. I wrote the book, not the Frosted Flakes Kellogg?
Well, I think it's a process of learning how to listen again, you know? To hear.
Uh-huh.
And the main character, you know, the one in the book, gets into all kinds of trouble because he stops paying attention. You know, really paying attention. And winds up getting hooked by the nightly news and all its political rhetoric.
Rhetoric? Well, wait, gotta stop you there, Arthur. That's a mighty $1 million word. You know, we may have to... Wake up, America! I'm sorry, you were saying something about rhetoric? Just kidding. Hey, listen, sounds like you got a tough sell there, kid. A serious book about serious issues. You know, I got a hard enough time getting these losers to listen to me, and I'm free. You gotta get them off their rinky-dinks and into the mall to pay money for a book. You are a brave and overeducated man. God help you. All right, you losers, that's all the culture you get for today. When we come back, the inimitable Hulk Hogan and his bubbly teenage fans. Till then, this is WRCW 97.9 Hartford. Say bye-bye, Arthur.
Bye-bye.
And commercial. Hey, how'd that sound out there?
It was great. Arthur, just great.
I did okay?
Jimmy J knows where it's at.
Hey, anyway, when's that book coming out? You know, I want to read that fucking book. Don't tell anyone, though.
See? Jim J wants to read.
Yeah, it sounds like some Joe Heather type deal, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, military intelligence. World's finest oxymoron. Whoa, hey, you know, back in 20 minutes, you know, there's dead air and then there's dead air, you know what I mean? Hey, all the best, Arthur, all the best.
Wow, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, like your boy there, Lily, you know he's a comer. Come back soon. We love controversy at WRCW 97.9 on your FM dial.
That was controversy?
Yes, that was the most intelligent interview he's done in 4 years. By the looks of it, I know you can't tell, but that is a Rhodes Scholar. Arthur, come. I have something to show you.
Joe! Nobody told me you were coming.
Miss me?
Yes, and happy to see you. You weren't here for the taping, were you?
Every word.
Oh my God, I'm glad I didn't know.
Yeah, we figured.
It was raunchy. I liked him. You were okay.
Yeah, but you like Benny Hill. I did okay though, really?
Hey, Arthur.
What's this?
That would be 4 days off.
What?
Armando's cabin in Vermont. 4 days before the tour.
Armando's cabin. You knew about this?
Armando called. He said our lives were about to change. I packed.
All you gotta do is take 95 up to 91, and you can't miss it. It's you and Joe for 4 days of decadence in the mountains. And then on Tuesday, it's you and me on the bus, huh?
Tomorrow we die, huh?
Oh yeah, tomorrow we die.
Go. Enjoy yourselves. You've earned it. Armando Lebec's private retreat, Brattleboro, Vermont, that night.
God, Arthur, this place, it's so... What do you suppose he does here?
Joe,
Arthur, I hope the sheets are clean.
we'll pull them off. We'll make love on the floor.
We'll wake the neighbors.
There are no neighbors.
This is absurd. How did we get here?
I'll tell you. I am a brilliant and provocative new American voice, and you had the good sense to marry me, my Goetia English rose.
So we wind up in Armando Lebec's shag hideaway.
Makes perfect sense to me.
It's all happening so fast, isn't it?
Yeah, after 30 years.
What happens now? What happens next?
Well, first we drink the champagne, then you take off all your clothes.
I meant...
Oh, I think we ride it, wherever it takes us.
Well, that's the plan? Surely there's more to it than that.
I'm 44 years old, Joe. You know, I thought I was going to be different. I thought I was going to be someone by now.
Arthur.
I've always, okay, and this will sound ridiculous, but I've always had this picture of myself standing in front of a large group of people, giving a speech that changed the way they thought, about themselves, about America. All that marching and all those protests, what changed? I mean, whatever changed? I think this is my last chance to do something large.
It frightens me.
Yeah, but you're not scared of anything. Look, I need you, Joe. I could never have come this far without you. Now, can you do this, or can we do this?
I trust you, Arthur. I believe in you. You always do the right thing.
You know what? Let's never leave, okay? Let's never put clothes on. Forget everything I said. To hell with the book, to hell with Lebec. We'll hole up here for the winter, make love in every one of these rooms, and you know what? We'll drink nothing but champagne.
For 4 days.
Forever! Tomorrow we die. You heard the man. Let's stay here instead.
But then how will you change the world?
I love you, Joe.
I love you too. You know what?
What?
I'll bet anything there's a jacuzzi. Race you!
Hey, no fair, no fair.
The next morning.
Hello? What? Sorry, who's this? Arthur Kellogg? No, he's not here. I'm Mr. Lebec's personal assistant. I'm tidying the house for a guest later in the... Pardon?
I am starving.
No, it's very early Sunday morning, and I'm sure...
Hungry.
Don't! No, the housekeeper, about to water the silk plants.
Give it to me,
Arthur Kellogg? No, he's on tour with... Right, he won't be back until... What?
Joe, give me the phone.
Say that again? This morning. Well, I'll pass it along. Yes, thank you. Right. Talk.
Joe, what?
The Times.
What?
The review came out.
It did? And?
It's brilliant.
It is! Oh my God, it is!
A love letter, he said.
Joe, that's, I don't understand. Aren't we supposed to be, happy?
That was the Atlanta Journal. A man from the Atlanta Journal.
What do you want?
A quote.
Oh, why didn't you give me the phone?
He wanted to know what about the return to morality you considered to be non-fiction.
What?
He wanted to know what facts you had to support your claims, and
I don't.
he said the Times Review supports a new non-fiction work by a radical new voice for the right.
That can't be right. You must have heard him wrong.
No, I swear he read it to me. It's in the non-fiction section of the book review. I mean, what does that mean?
No, we talked about it.
What?
He wouldn't. Not unless...
Who?
Armando.
Put it out as non-fiction on purpose. Why?
He wants everyone to think I mean it.
What?
The Times. I bet it's delivered.
Hey, over here.
It's just published.
Your book was just held.
Everyone's saying.
Hey, Arthur,
Over here.
Over here. Have you read the Times?
Have you seen the post?
Is your book a condemnation of those bleeding heart liberals who would destroy this country if they could get their hands on it for more than 4 years at a time?
Is that what you meant?
Are you a communist?
Are you a skinhead?
Do you hate Jews?
Do you hate black?
What about women?
Are you a homophobe?
What do you like for president?
Is this a picture of you in drag?
Is Armando Lebec your lover?
Where do you stand on abortion?
The new slavery. Is that a joke?
Are you gay?
Do you know Hitler?
Is it true you have AIDS?
How come you don't have any kids?
Is that your wife?
Now,
Is that your mistress?
Is it true you have mafia connections?
Have you met Elvis?
Arthur, over here!
Over here, Arthur.
Is this a picture of you in prison?
Do you worship Satan?
Do you use heroin?
Have you ever seen a
Did
UFO?
you burn your draft card?
Do you believe in God?
oh, I'm sorry.
Arthur, my God!
Joe,
What the hell is going on?
look at these.
The Times Review, it's so wrong, so utterly.
Arthur, come here.
Honey pie, what's the worst thing that can happen?
They don't get it. Someone must have...
Look, Arthur, you want the book in France, or don't you?
Explain it to them, Arthur.
You're ambitious.
Explain what you
You're ambitious. I didn't know that about you.
meant.
It all starts now, Arthur. American Dream Time, Act 1.
Nothing like it has ever been attempted in the history of publishing. Oh, Arthur, say yes.
I have something to say.
Arthur, my man, look this way!
Arthur.
What do you believe in?
What?
What'd he say?
Arthur? What do you believe? I meant.
Communism, racism, homophobia.
Did you see that? Everything starts now from this moment. I'm gonna go change.
Live from New York, it's Up Late with Lazarus. Manhattan, July.
Oh, okay.
First time? You know, makeup. Is this your first time?
Oh, well, unless you count drama club in college, you can tell.
Well, your eyelashes twitch.
Oh, my first time on the talk show circuit.
Oh, no, honey. Nobody calls it that.
What?
Circuit.
Oh, right. So what's it like? I mean, what's he like?
Oh, he's totally whacked.
Yeah?
He likes to have his nails done.
Really?
I don't do that. Nails. I mean, some guys, they like a little shine.
Right. So he doesn't meet with people before the show, does he?
Makes me feel like... What? Oh, no. He likes to be spontaneous.
Right. So do you do all the guests? Oh, I meant, do you call them guests? And I meant makeup, by the way. Sorry.
Mostly. I mean, sometimes they bring their own. More men than women, believe it or not.
No kidding.
Because they like to have their own people deal with their hair, you know.
Their...
Hair. You know when it's not actually on them.
Oh, right, of course. Well, it's all mine. This is all mine.
Good for you, honey. Well, looks like you're all done.
Phew, so, what goes on now?
Well, when you get to me, it's like 15, so I'm thinking...
4, thanks.
Yeah, 4. Commercial break, small bit, intro. Less than 4. I will be back.
Thank you. Well, I'll be here. Should I,
You're fine, honey.
Oh, thanks. You're a soothing influence.
Sharon.
Sharon, you're very calming.
Thanks.
So what do you think he'll ask? On the show?
Well, what are you plugging?
Oh, I'm sorry, my book. I wrote a book.
Book.
Yeah. The Return to Morality.
Catchy.
Well, do you think he'll,
Oh, he doesn't read books.
What?
He reads press releases, book jackets, like that, you know. He'll pretend, he'll fawn, like an entertainment, but don't press, you know.
Well.
So, what's this book about? I'm just asking.
Oh, it's about the decay of modern morality in America, given the advent of the sensationalist press and the efforts of the right wing when the voters stopped...
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, an interview coach told you to say that?
What? No, of course not. I just
Jesus,
thought...
stick to the script.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Right, except I was thinking...
Well, don't.
Because, you know, the book came out...
Listen, Arthur, right?
And I figured tonight was a perfect opportunity to...
Look, I hate to interfere with your pre-show whatever, okay? But I mean, this is late night TV. This is bedtime.
Right, so I was thinking national audience and all, and me and my wife, we agreed that...
Your wife?
That now was a perfect time to tell the truth.
Look, people want to be depressed. They watch public television. I mean, if you put them to sleep now, how are you ever going to get them to read?
But this will wake them up once they find out they've been duped. All right, that didn't sound as good as she and I.
Listen,
you know
Lily's
how it
your
goes.
rep, right? And Lebecca's your man?
Yeah.
I mean, you think you're smarter than them? I mean, no offense, honey, but, who are you?
But it's a bestseller. I mean, top 10.
Well, then you'll be fine.
Come with me, Mr. Kellogg.
See you later, cutie. Good luck now.
Thanks, Sharon.
Give them hell.
Wait, I've got one. How do Jews say, you?
Oh, dear Lord.
Trust me?
Now, all in fun. You're gonna get me in some serious trouble. Tomorrow the headlines will read, just another black man routing out the Jews. Nah, I didn't mean it. I didn't even say it.
That's right, I take full responsibility. Where's the camera?
Right out
Send your letters to me, Arthur Kellogg.
That's Arthur Kellogg. What's your address?
Up Schitt's Creek now.
That's why we love it here on live TV. Listen, you gotta go.
Already? Oh, I screwed everything up, didn't I? Oh, shit, I'm not supposed to say screwed, am I? Oh, shit.
You're one crazy motherfucker, you know that? It's all right. They'll bleep us all out, just like Madonna on Letterman. I'm gonna have to keep my staff late on account of you. They're gonna be up late with Lazarus too. Now really, shut up so I can sign off, okay?
I swear.
Sandy, keep the camera on me. Pick yourself up, boy. Join me tomorrow night when my guests will be Elle McPherson, Julia Child, and Mr. Nathan Lane. Peace.
And we're clear.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't even really get a home ever, I'm sure, you know what it must have been? It must have been the adrenaline. That's what it had to be.
You were great. Don't worry, it'll all come out in the wash.
Thank you very much.
What did I tell you, honey? I loved you.
Thank you, Sharon. Thanks. Mr. Lazarus, I wanted
Somebody get this cunt motherfucker out of here.
Mr. Lazarus.
Get away from me, you goddamn Nazi skinhead.
Wait, what is...
Get your goddamn cocksucking, racist, homophobe, militia-beating, NRA punk ass out of my way.
Wait, what's going...
I read your book.
What?
I read your motherfucking book. I had a little time after makeup, feeling pretty good about myself, so I read your book, you fucking Nazi. Now I'm gonna have the NAACP breathing down my neck for the next 6 months. Why you wanna mess with the Jews, Mr. National TV? You should know better by now. I have 3 messages from Jesse Jackson. Call me after the show. Like I need that shit. Oh, gonna have to prove myself a righteous nigga all over again.
Wait, you misunderstood. It's a satire. It's supposed to be...
I misunderstood?
I'm with you.
Oh, yes, sir. Everybody in America knows that there's no white men that want niggas back in slavery no more. What was I thinking?
You have to let me explain. I was going to tell the truth tonight, that it was all a hoax.
A hoax?
A publishing. No, a strategy. But Sharon, your makeup girl, and you and I, we got caught up...
Please, you're still here? What is this man still doing here? Please!
I'm a college professor. I teach children.
Right. Thanks for coming, Arthur. Bye, my now.
Wait. In the interview,
The interview. That was ratings, sweetheart. This is personal. You can't keep those 2 things straight. You better go home now. Now, I advise you to go out with my boy over here before I have to call the papers and start something up. We'll get a couple of those Jew lawyers in here and maybe some brothers in uniform and see what happens next. You want to mix it up with a brother, white boy? Trust me. Fuck you, you asshole.
How could you?
Joe, I had
Someone
to.
had a gun to your head?
No, of course not, but they've been doing this
Who?
for... Armando.
It's your book.
Look, why are you so
You
upset?
promised.
I know, but I explained that already.
The first time I go national, I'll tell the truth. You promised you'd explain the error in the portrayal of your book.
You're right, okay? I definitely said that, all right? But it was a judgment call, okay? At the last second,
Decided to go for it.
Joe...
You don't even know what you think anymore. You're so blinded by the press and the glitter.
That's not true.
You're just going to sit there and tell me nothing's changed.
Okay, what is going on with you?
You don't know.
What?
You don't even know. Today, while you were out taping your precious program, 3 abortion clinics were bombed.
What?
Here in Connecticut. One in Greenwich County. Mine.
Joe, was anyone, well, you weren't...
They did it before anyone was in.
God, it's awful. Do they know who did it?
Yes, they confessed.
Well, that's incredibly upsetting, but what does this have to do
They
with
quoted you.
What?
They quoted you. Pro-Life Nation has embraced your book. They're calling for a national return to morality.
No.
They read your book and they liked it. So while you were out tonight cavorting on the telly, they were setting fires in your name.
Jesus, Joe.
And you kept joking. You kept making wisecracks and ethnic slurs and demeaning yourself in the name of ratings and book sales. And I kept thinking, soon he'll tell them all the truth. Soon he'll tell all of those millions of people he's been waiting to reach. All of those people watching and believing. Now he'll do what's right.
Look, you have to believe me. I had no idea. I mean, Lily should have told me. My people
Your
dropped the ball. Totally.
Your people also at least take some bloody responsibility for it.
Wait, you aren't blaming me?
Are you joking?
I didn't hand them matches, Joe.
You didn't? That's your statement? They shouldn't have listened to you? They shouldn't have bought the book and believed it? Oh, but I forgot. You haven't gotten around to telling them it's a crock of shit yet, and you don't mean a bloody word of it, because just as soon as that happens, everything will be made right again.
Joe, what are you...
This is what's happening in the real world, Arthur. People are setting off bombs in your name. I'm here defending off reporters and death threats and hate mail, but nothing important's been lost. Nothing that meant anything. Nothing anybody believed in. What could it mean to a man who changed his name to disguise his own faith? I mean, you're at the top of the bestseller list, so all things being equal,
Joe,
we'll just take the money and run.
I had no idea.
I came to this country to be with you, to fight with you for the things we believed in. And I stood by you for 5 years while you finished that book. stood there in front of the box going all hot and red thinking, who is this man in the Armani suit and the makeup being so clever and bon vivant? Who the hell is that? Doesn't he know? This was his chance.
Okay, you're right. Okay, I definitely said that. You're absolutely right, but I'll fix it, okay? I'll make it up to you, I swear. It's just one isolated incident.
It's a movement.
What?
People who want a return to morality. 2 chapters in Connecticut alone. A return to morality movement. You've been away so long you don't know what's going on. You're so caught up in the tour and the hype you forgot what the book was supposed to be about. I can't stay here anymore.
What?
I need to get away. Separate myself.
Oh, you're leaving the country?
I'm leaving you, Arthur.
Joe, don't answer that.
You might be my brother.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I left your messages in the other room.
Joe, we can talk about this.
It's been ringing all night. Hello. What? Yes, who's calling? For you.
Who is it?
Dave Marish.
Dave Marish?
From 60 Minutes.
60 Minutes?
Goodbye, Arthur.
Let's talk about Judaism for a minute.
Mr. Marish.
Would you say that your joke on Up Late with Lazarus had anti-Semitic connotations?
Let me say for the record 2 things. One, there was no anti-Semitic intention whatsoever.
Connotation.
Right, if you saw it, it was in the heat of the moment. A joke. I certainly apologize if feelings were hurt, but there was no ill will involved, and I can support this statement because, 2, I'm Jewish.
You're Jewish. Arthur Kellogg?
Kellogg is my author name.
Ah, your pseudonym.
My last name is Kellerman.
Well, what was wrong with Kellerman?
Nothing.
Well, what?
I don't see what this has to do with anything.
Let's talk about your book. What was the intention of your book, The Return to Morality?
All right, good. Now, this book is a satire, and it was always meant to be a satire.
And this was agreed upon when you signed the papers with Lebec International?
Yes, absolutely.
And yet it was published, a nonfiction.
Well, yes. Well, yes, but at the time, that was in keeping with the book's intent.
Which was?
To be portrayed as a satire first and foremost. You see, the point of satire, which is to
I think we can all agree on the finer points of satire.
Well, no, that's the thing. I don't believe we can. And how words are perceived, my words, is directly at the heart of this. So I'd like to be as specific as possible because I think I was too coy when the book first came out.
To foster the hype.
No. I wrote the book to show how the American public has stopped listening. How nobody hears what's being said anymore, only the sound it makes. So I took the most horrendous policies I could think of and couched them in the language of the nightly news. And then Mr. Lebec chose to publish it.
Wait, these weren't your choices?
Publish it by keeping intent with the satire, by letting the public believe I meant it.
And it worked?
Well, yes. Well, no. Don't you see, they believed in it the wrong way.
Let's talk about your book some more. How much money are you making off of your book?
What?
Well, you came to our interview tonight in a brand new Mercedes. So tell our audience the exact percentages you make off of every book sold.
I don't.
Isn't it in your best interest to sell more books?
Well, of course it is, but... Oh, I see what you're doing here, but... Okay, look. That's why you're Dave Marish. But isn't it possible, couldn't I be the one who's sincere? Or since I drive a Mercedes now, does that automatically make me a criminal?
What about the return to morality movements, gaining national support? Have they misinterpreted your book as well?
All right, good. Now, I don't endorse any of these movements. In fact, I publicly beg these people not to use my book as their flag.
And yet 7 abortion clinics bombed, 8 synagogue fires in the last 3 months, and an AIDS hospice burned to the ground.
Mr. Mayor,
And in each case, the perpetrators came forth with your book in their hands.
Mr. Kellerman, don't you feel responsible for these acts?
I feel incredibly sorry for the victims and their families. Look, you have to understand, I left this country in 1970 to protest acts of brutality. I was part of peace marches and civil rights demonstrations. I believed in those things. I still do. That's why the response to this book pains me so. It was never intended to be used in this manner. It's shattering to me that anyone would use my work to represent these actions. Having said that, I cannot take responsibility for these crimes. I don't advocate them, I didn't commit them, and my book was not published with the intention of provoking them. In the end, I can only take responsibility for myself.
Mr. Kellerman, do you feel guilty over it?
Yes. I feel incredibly guilty. I want you to pull it. Arthur.
Mr. Levesque, I told him you were busy.
I want you to take it out of print, whatever it takes.
Look, Mr. Kellogg, Mr.
Kellerman.
Levesque is...
Arthur Kellerman.
What?
I want you to call me Kellerman from now on.
It's okay, Marge. Go back to your desk. Arthur, come in. Hey, have a seat.
Listen to me. I want you to clean it out of the city, all right? The country.
You want a drink?
Please, Armando, don't you understand?
Yeah, I saw you on TV.
And then you know what's happening. You see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Your book is 4th on the bestseller list.
Yes.
Your numbers go up every single week.
Exactly.
And it's the fastest selling book in the nation, and it could go on to break all records, and you want me to pull it? You want me, your publisher, to stop selling the number 4 book in the country because you're not happy with your customers?
What?
You don't like your fans. You'd like to pick and choose, well, who reads it and what they think. And that makes you a very discriminating fellow, Mr. Kellerman.
Look, this isn't about spin. In 2 months, my book has become a weapon.
You're making them think.
No!
Fostering debate. Isn't that what you wanted?
No, this is not what I wanted.
Well, what you meant? You put a piece of art out there, Arthur. You don't get to decide what people think of it. That's just the way the game is played.
I can't accept that anymore.
In the end, I can only take responsibility for myself. I'm just quoting here. Look, you missed the timing. You should have turned over all your cards before 60 Minutes got you. It's too bad, but that's the way it happens sometimes. All things considered, you should probably stick to your original slant.
What?
Stay on the right. You might as well. You can't really fight it now anyway.
What?
No. Look, you missed your window. You futzed the timing. It happens. So cut your losses.
Wait, you're saying I should back what I wrote the book against now? Is that what you're saying?
You can do whatever you like. I'm just advising. Personally, I think you blew it.
I blew it? You're the one that...
Me?
All those interviews, my coaching, the words you chose for me.
I chose?
My walk, for Christ's sakes.
But I didn't go on those interviews.
What?
We didn't even come with you after the first 2. The book has been under your control since we published it.
Now, hold on.
The book became what you wanted it to become.
That is not true.
Or it wouldn't have happened this way.
Oh, I didn't want this. Okay, I didn't want this.
Of course you did, Arthur. Of course you did, because, I mean, otherwise you wouldn't have sold it to me. You didn't like my methods, you said so. You know, the university offered, but you shook my hand. Just because you didn't think it all the way through, well, hey, that's not my fault. You can't blame a man for selling your controversial book too well, son. Especially if you're the author. Now, unless you're prepared to purchase the entire next run, which is already at the factories, then, Bubby, you and I have nothing more to discuss. If you have a problem, you can have your agent contact me.
Or my lawyer.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. You go get a lawyer. Hey, go sue me. Let's go have ourselves a nice, lengthy public court battle. Pretty please? Good luck to you now, Arthur. Be sure to keep us posted if the royalty checks aren't on time. All the best to you now. All the best. See yourself out.
Joe, are you there? Honey, are you there? It's me again. Please pick up. Look, I don't know what time it is there, but things have gone completely to shit here. Please pick up. Look, it's bad, Joe, really bad. Everything. You can't just wait 18 years like this. I didn't fall, Josie. I just made a mistake. I made a bunch of mistakes in a row, but it was only because I was away from you. And I know if only you'd come home. I'm really trying to do the right thing here, Joe. Please come home. I don't know how to make it any plainer than that. And I don't know how to do any of this without you. Joe?
The Raw Bar, Byram, Connecticut, that night.
Another, please.
You can turn it on if you want. News.
No thanks, just another.
I'll be here all night.
So will I.
Don't I know you?
What? No.
You sure?
I grew up in the neighborhood. We probably went to school together or something.
Uh-huh. You ever been on TV?
Oh, listen, no.
Some talk show, some news show.
You got the wrong guy, okay?
Dateline, primetime, one of them.
Aren't you supposed to leave people alone, let them, well, I don't know what, drink?
Hey, okay, all right.
It'll come to me. Look, I don't mean to bother you. I like high profiles in the bar. I won't tell anybody.
You're a bartender, right? You're like hairdressers and shrinks. You're supposed to be quiet, pliable. Grant Sucker.
What?
Grant Sucker, it means...
I know what it means.
Give aid, comfort, relief. Come to the assistance of.
Right.
Succor, noun, meaning rescue or care for.
A+.
60 Minutes, 2 Sundays ago.
Right, he's that guy. You're that guy.
Arthur Kellogg.
Arthur Kellogg, right, from 60 Minutes. I knew it.
Who's the sucker now?
Arthur Kellogg, Nee Kellerman. Brilliant mind. Unbelievable book. Morons taking it seriously. Hard to comprehend, really. Beverly Saperstein, I'm a huge fan.
Oh, you're...
Insane about your work, your mind. It's beyond genius, but I'm sure you're mobbed with people telling you that all the time.
No.
Really?
Oh, no, I mean, you'd be surprised.
God, it's perfect.
It is?
The book. Who could have dreamt it up and to let the American public actually believe you meant it?
Well, that's it. That's the thing. Nobody...
Can we sit down for a minute?
You really...
I would kill myself if I let the opportunity to be with you go by.
Well, about the book, the hoax, seeing through all
That they would take it seriously.
Unbelievable. I thought overestimating the American public, I guess, but you?
Oh, I saw through it right away. Everybody kept saying, Bev, you're nuts, but I couldn't wrap my mind around it any other way. I kept thinking either I'm the stupidest girl alive or they have to catch up.
They have to catch up.
Even my father, Right-wing militia, Bev. This guy will run for something someday. Mark my words. He was so sure it was full of propaganda. I can't wait to tell him I was right.
Your father?
Oh, he's this bleeding heart liberal, conscientious objector, runs a charity. God, you should meet him. You'd get along perfectly.
Well, maybe.
How did you come up with it?
Well, it just occurred to me the direction we were going in. America, right? And how nobody listens to what's being said anymore.
Right.
You know, on the nightly news or by their politicians.
Put it on my tab.
Oh, no,
Please, go on.
Well, just so you know, in the given climate, anyone could get a leg up for a time, no matter what kind of...
Propaganda?
Right, and...
Brainwashing?
Yes, and,
Indoctrination?
Well, they were offering, but, subtle, slow.
Subliminal?
Exactly, and then I thought, well, how do you show that, you know? How do you communicate that? And then I...
Came up with a book.
Came up with a book, The Return to Morality.
Even the title. Sheer brilliance, super irony.
And that's it.
Wow. I can't believe I'm actually sitting here with you. I really can't.
Who are you?
What?
Where did you come from? Are there more like you at home? Oh, I mean, are you from around here?
Come here often?
Nice girl like you. You're like this apparition, this Florence Nightingale. You know, I don't believe you actually exist. I drank too much and I'm hallucinating. Now, who are you really? What do you do?
I go to school nearby.
Oh, school?
The university.
You're at the university?
Getting my master's.
Oh, right. That's great.
Poli-sci. Plus I write for the school paper.
Right, of course. Wow, budding reporter. Should I be afraid of you?
No tape recorders up my sleeve. You'd make a great story, though.
Oh, sure. A cautionary tale, as told to
Beverly Saperstein.
Wow, you really changed my night here.
I did? Really? I'm glad. It's just, you seem so sad, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I think you're amazing.
You're a godsend.
I am?
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
You have a wife, don't you?
She left me about a month ago.
Oh, God. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's just like me to say something like that. You must be feeling really low.
Actually, I'm not.
Oh.
Well, not right now.
Well, I'm crazy about your book. That's Yiddish for book.
Listen, can I buy you one?
Yeah, you could do that.
Great.
I know just the place.
Excuse me?
I know just the place for sucker. What say I interview you, huh? Get the real story, top to bottom. Florence Nightingale wants to take you around the corner. What do you say? Arthur, you trust me or don't you?
Greenwich County, 15th Police Squad, 2 days later.
Look, officer, please, I don't know what you're talking about. Can you please explain?
Look, Mr. Kellogg.
Kellerman, look, I haven't even been home for 2 days.
What were you doing at the Flanders Motel last night?
What?
Carly, please.
How does he... Who are you? Why did you pick me up? I have a right to know.
Who were you there with, Mr. Kellogg?
What, should I have a lawyer or something?
If you just cooperate...
I was with a university student, okay? A grad student. Is that a crime? Look, I'm separated from my wife and... I know I've been on TV recently.
Oh, this has nothing to do with your media career.
You just tell us her name, and we'll clear this matter up immediately.
Her name was Beverly. Beverly Saperstein.
Saperstein?
She liked my book, and...
Are you sure it wasn't Mindy?
Mindy? No.
How about Melinda?
What? No.
Could you identify her again, if you saw her?
I didn't. Of course I could. What do you take me for? Why, did something happen to her?
Oh, Melinda Partridge was reported missing from her home in Connecticut Sunday evening.
Well, I don't know who that is. Look, this girl's name was Saperstein. So, unless she got married between Sunday and...
You slept with her?
What?
The Saperstein. You had sex?
I don't see what this
Yeah,
has
that's
to do...
yes and no.
Yes.
And she could confirm this?
Well, I mean, I hope so.
Great. What's her number?
What?
Her phone number. She can confirm you were there. We'll call her up, clear this matter up right now.
I don't know.
You don't know?
We were... Look,
You slept with a woman and you don't know her phone number?
she lives in Connecticut, okay? Her father runs a charity.
Yeah, where in Connecticut?
I don't know.
But you were with her in New York.
New York and Connecticut, huh?
Wait.
Well, the Raw Bar's in Connecticut, right?
Yes.
And the Flanders Motel is in New York.
Well, yes, but it was just
It was one.
the closest one. Look, I'm sorry. I feel awful. I feel really bad about this missing girl and all.
So just to confirm, you slept with a woman named Beverly Saperstein in the Flanders Motel on Monday night.
If I say yes, can I go?
You just answer the question now.
Yes.
After having drinks with her in Connecticut.
Yes.
And you could identify her if you saw her again.
Yes.
And vice versa.
What?
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler.
Wait, what's...
Is that her, Mr. Kellogg? Is that your Beverly?
Yes, that's her. Where did...
Thank you, Officer Mahoney.
Wait. What is going on here? Who are you? I feel like I should get a lawyer or something. I don't even need a phone call.
There's no need for a phone call. We haven't charged you with anything. Yet. Sit down.
I told you everything that happened. I mean, nothing happened.
Sit back down, Arthur.
Look, you can't hold me here. What are you, some kind of plainclothes detective?
Do you know who I am? Do you know my name? Do I look familiar to you? My name is Robert Carlson. Does that name ring a bell to you? Robert
Carly.
Carlson, that's right, Arthur. And do you know what I do for a living?
You're the chair of the Republican National Committee.
Oh, that's right. Gee, I'm flattered you know who I am.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. What the hell is going on here?
We've been paying close attention to you for some time now.
You've been...
Following you.
You've been following me?
Ever since the return of morality took off. See, we think you've captured the imagination of the American public in a way few Americans have ever done before. Your words have a profound impact on the American soul.
This is about my book?
A man like you exerts a powerful influence on national thought, and within you lies the rallying cry for the new millennium.
Just tell me what is going on.
The Republican National Committee wants you to give the keynote speech next month at the Republican Convention.
What?
We want you to stop lying about your intention of the book, come clean on national TV in front of your fans and followers, and endorse James Morrison for president.
That's insane.
People want to believe in you, Arthur. They see hope in your book.
No, they see rage and racism and homophobia.
That's what they have. And you, they have the way out, the way back, the return. I'm going to be frank with you. We are hemorrhaging voters. Ever since our far-right candidate voted for the Reform Party, he took all your ideas with him. So we need you to bring those voters back to the fold.
This is a nightmare. I want the policeman, and then I want a lawyer. I want to talk to my lawyer right now. You can't hold me here. I have rights.
Arthur, do you know what I have in my hand? You know what's in this envelope? Can you guess?
Pictures.
Pictures.
Of me.
And a young woman.
Beverly, and engaged in...
Having sex, yes.
You're blackmailing me.
No, I'm explaining things.
What, how you leak some smutty pictures to the press if I don't... because I'm some...
Icon?
A celebrity.
Of morality.
I never... Wait a minute. I'm separated from my wife.
They won't care about that.
Then I'll tell them how you followed me. I'll tell them how you harassed me. I'll tell the
press?
The truth.
No, you won't tell them any of that. Because they are tired of hearing it. They are tired of being lied to.
I have told the truth from the beginning.
Well, that's not exactly true, now is it? I mean, they'll accept the hoax. Once, maybe, but from an icon of morality,
I'm not...
They're paragon of
I
virtue.
never said...
A 16-year-old girl.
What?
A 16-year-old girl, Arthur, in a motel in New York with you.
What?
You see this? That's the girl you identified as Beverly Saperstein. That's the girl you told the police officer that you had sex with in a motel in New York after having drinks with her in a bar in Connecticut. Now, you see this. Can you tell me the name under that photo?
Melinda Partridge.
She's a junior, Arthur.
God.
A junior at Woodrow Wilson High. This is their latest edition yearbook. And these are her with
my
you.
God.
Quite a different picture, wouldn't you say? Isn't it funny how a whole life can change so completely in one moment? Arthur, let's be clear. Personally, I find you repugnant. I find your book and everything it represents disgusting. That said, the Republican National Committee wants you to give the keynote speech next month at the Republican Convention and endorse James Morrison for president.
What happens if I say no?
Well, that's a very good question. And the answer is, either embrace the book and speak for us on the 29th, or the state of New York will prosecute you for the solicitation, transport across state lines, and the statutory rape of a minor. What do you think will happen then? Where will all your good intentions have gotten you? Morality indeed.
So, Kellogg, what's it gonna be?
Extra cheese, double meat. Yes, and onions, mushrooms, and black olives. Oh, and a 6-pack of Diet Coke. Arthur Kellerman. No. K-E... Yes. Yes, that's right. This is Arthur Kellogg. Yes, I am the asshole responsible for everything. Okay, yes, I am the radical fuck. So listen up, dirtbags, and the goddamn pizza over here right now. I'll have some blow up your fucking store right now, you hear? Oh. Get the gall.
Yeah, it's me. No, he doesn't look very good.
Mercy General, Riverside, Connecticut, August 19th.
Look, I don't understand. Why can't he be reached? I mean, don't they have pagers?
Mr. Kellogg,
Kellerman.
I told you, I'm only going to call you.
I know. The name on my credit card.
The name on your insurance, the name on your chart, and the name on your book.
Oh, a fan. Look, I don't understand. Why can't he be reached?
Perhaps he doesn't wish to be reached.
Look, Joel Goldblatt's been my doctor for 20 years.
Sir, I didn't want to have to tell you this, but Dr. Goldblatt specifically asked to be removed from treating you.
Joel doesn't want to treat me?
No.
Oh, why not?
You'll have to take that up with Dr. Goldblatt. So stop fidgeting.
But if he can't be reached,
Mr. Kellogg, Kellerman, Dr. Goldblatt does not wish to treat you because of his work with the Anti-Defamation League. And frankly, I don't blame him one bit.
Look, nurse.
Rosenblum. His exact words were, he doesn't want to touch the bastard.
Oh, Joel said that.
He didn't wish to be associated with such Nazi filth.
God.
And if there were any way for this hospital to refuse you treatment, you would pursue it within the fullest force of the law. And frankly, Mr. Kellogg, Kellerman, I don't blame him one. Your blood pressure is very high. You might want to consult someone.
Look, nurse, I'm a patient here, just like anybody else.
My brother was in the AIDS hospice in Rochester that burned down in your name. Visitors in 15-minute shifts only.
Trying to get a note from your doctor, Arthur?
Oh my God, what the hell are you doing here?
A fake heart attack? Now, really?
I didn't fake a heart attack.
Really, Arthur?
And I have to watch my blood pressure, so why don't you go?
Severe indigestion exacerbated by stress.
It was a heart attack, I tell you. I'm in the hospital and I'm not supposed to get excited. Okay, what do you want?
Prescription. Maalox and rest. Why don't you come clean?
Nurse!
The stress will go away.
You're the one that's causing it.
Well, I'm sure your doctor...
My doctor would what?
Would side with me on this. Just think of your blood pressure. Now, a week from Thursday in Atlanta, we'll send a plane Wednesday. Arthur, don't be foolish now. I'm keeping my eye on you. Thursday the 29th, or 10 to 15 in Sing Sing. Thursday in Atlanta, live.
Live?
Saturday. This way, please. Visitor.
Joe!
Hello, Arthur.
Josie, you
Of
came!
course
How did you...
Diane phoned me.
Diane?
Are you all right?
I am so glad to see you.
I meant...
Oh, aggravated indigestion brought about by severe stress.
But you've been here over a week. I thought...
I had no place else to go. I convinced them to keep me here for observation. Are you, did you bring any suitcases?
I wanted to see you. I got your phone messages, all of them.
Joe.
I saw you on 60 Minutes. I saw what you tried to do.
And you came.
I think I was too hard on you.
No.
That I abandoned you.
No, it was
when
me.
You needed
it was
me
my fault, Joe.
Things changed so quickly.
I know, but I was the one...
It was all frightening. It all happened so fast.
Listen,
Everything changed so quickly.
I changed. It was me. You're, Look, Joe. Tell me what to do.
I want to trust you again.
God, Josie.
I want to believe in the man who wrote the book.
You can. You can.
I want to know he's still there.
He is. I am, I swear. I learned my lessons. It's been awful, impossible without you. I want to, I need to... Look, let me make this up to you. I can fix it. I can try. I need to try. Just tell me what to do.
What if we just got out of here?
What?
What if we just went away? What if you're just gone, out of the country, and they
Just-
couldn't find you, just disappeared? What if we went to England and
England,
left it all
yes.
behind? The glare would sound down, the trumpets would go away, and we could
Be together.
be together. No media, no reporters.
No forwarding address. Heaven.
Someone else will write a book.
Yes, Joe,
The election
yes,
and everything will go away.
Wait.
What?
I can't.
What?
This week, I can't this week.
Why not?
I have to stay till next Thursday.
Why? What's next Thursday? Arthur, what's next Thursday?
I have to deliver the keynote address at the Republican National Convention.
That's funny.
No.
No, that's hilarious. Come on, we'll get you dressed, check
I
you out.
can't, though.
Stop joking.
Next Thursday in Atlanta.
No.
Then we can leave right after.
No, oh my God.
Hear me out.
Hear you, God. Oh my God.
I'm doing it for a reason.
A reason? What reason? Because Armando said so.
No.
Because all those bombers and crossburners need you.
Joe, listen
Then
to
what
me.
reason? What reason, Arthur?
I can't tell you. Joe, wait.
No, I understand. You're giving the keynote speech at the Republican convention, but you can't tell me why. But there's a perfectly good reason. Of course there
is.
Nothing's changed. You've only gone further down the path. God, I'm a fool.
No.
The biggest fool in the world to have even come here. How could he be so stupid? Oh, you don't believe in anything, do you?
That's not true.
Nothing but yourself. And I stood here asking for it. But you have so little respect for me and everything.
You weren't wrong to believe in
But
me.
I was. I wanted so much of you and this country And I came here and I stayed so long and I waited so patiently and I gave up so much. This is who you are, both of you, after all. Forgive me, I should never have come.
Joel, you can't leave. We can talk about this.
I don't know who you are anymore. I don't know how you turned into this person. How you could be the man who always and forever will have given the keynote speech at the Republican convention. Don't you see? It doesn't matter the reason.
Well, stay till next Thursday. Watch the convention.
Why?
Why?
What difference will it make? What difference can one person make? Goodbye, Arthur.
What's he doing?
You want me to call him?
No. Wait.
I have been asked to speak. I have been granted this extraordinary opportunity to stand before my countrymen and women at this precious moment in our nation's history. I stand before you humbled and grateful. And because of this, I have decided not to lecture you on party philosophy or point out the difference between this candidate and his opponent. You are fully capable of making those decisions yourself. Instead, I would like to ask you one question. What do you believe in? And following that, who do you trust?
The character issue. Perfect. Stay close.
Ask yourself, if my life is in the hands of another person, to whom would I grant this power? But you say to me, electing a president is not a matter of life and death? I assure you, it is. Because the president of this country holds your life in his hands. Not because he can set up a bomb in some Middle Eastern country or send your children off to war. No. His power is much more subtle than that, but no less magnificent. Because the president of the United States chooses your world for you. I mean, he stands at the forefront of the nation and says to the entire world, this is what America is. These are the laws and values of our country. This is what we were willing to fight for, to die for. This is what we believe. Our morality. Women are worthless. Gays are an abomination. Hate is good. Jews are greedy and deceitful. African Americans are lazy. They're all criminals. Everyone should go back to their own country. Get back on the boat to where they came from and just go back to Mexico or Africa or Ireland or Poland or Italy. Your ancestors did not build this country. Your blood was not spilled here fighting for your freedom. You do not belong here. And this is your morality. This is the country you would build with your voice, with your vote. Because your vote can make a difference. One person can make a difference. I forgot that. I let others make my decisions for me. I let others guide what I thought was good and right, but this country, this America, began with one person adding their voice to one person, to one person. People used to come here because they believed in something. They still come here for that reason. Isn't that amazing? Look, what you believe is worth something. If you act on it, you can make a difference. And I believe in you. I thank you.
Republican sweep as a record 12 incumbent Democrats lose Senate seats to
Analysts repeatedly pointing to the Return to Morality platform.
Calling the August convention the turning point in the campaign trail, said Bob Carly Carlson from his new post as White House press secretary.
Shown here with his wife and children, newly elected Republican President James Morrison on the front lawn of...
Meanwhile, controversial novelist,
Morality advocate,
reclusive bestseller and Republican speaker
Arthur Kellogg.
Kellerman,
announced today the contribution of all the remaining proceeds of the Return to Morality,
now in its 4th printing,
to the Anti-Defamation League,
United Negro College Fund,
Planned Parenthood,
Head Start,
and ACT UP.
with Press Secretary Bob Carly Carlson holding up his $2.2 million contract for his new book, Morality, Values, and Ethics, The Campaign Trail.
Overnight sales sent skyrocketing as advised for the top spot opposite Republican Speaker Arthur Kellogg's now famous.
As we show you pictures of Jo Kellogg with her new companion,
The now familiar London couple refuses comments on any wedding plans. This would be his first marriage, her second. Once wed to
in the news tonight, Arthur Kellogg,
Kellerman, stepped back into the spotlight today,
seeking an injunction to stop all further printings of his book,
The Return to Morality.
now printed in 14 languages.
winner of the Prix d'Encore de France.
Calling it a divisive, dangerous, and fatally misunderstood work, Mr. Kellerman cut a bitter figure in the cold March winds outside his home, where he begged once more for the violence inspired by his book to...
And finally, just 7 months after his Republican convention speech, Arthur Kellogg has declared bankruptcy following a protracted court battle with Lebec International.
Kellerman withdrew his objection on further printings of the book and returned to his Connecticut home.
again denying a run for the presidency on the Republican ticket.
Successfully marking the end of the first 100 days.
And the Return to Morality's 39th week at the top of the nonfiction bestseller list. In other news tonight,
And that's the way it happened. 14 months. I couldn't get it back. Armando was right. Everything changed from that moment.
Then, 6 months later,
What? Beverly?
hello, Arthur. Can I come in? Wow, this place is great. You live here alone?
Beverly?
Mindy,
Mindy, right. What are you...
aren't you glad to see me?
Well, that's hard to say.
Aw, we're still pals, aren't we, Arthur?
Pals?
I'd hate to think you held anything against me. I still think you're brilliant.
Does anybody know you're here?
I'm almost 18 now, Arthur. I can go wherever I want. Look, I came to show you something. From my school paper.
Morality Bites. Our editor reveals a White House scandal.
It's your story, just like I said I would.
Well, in your high school paper.
Arthur?
Mindy, listen, I don't know how I could have mistaken you for someone older. I see that now, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for any trouble that I caused you, but I think you should go now.
Didn't you like me even a little bit?
All things considered, I think it would be best if you just left.
I want to make up for what happened.
Now listen.
I want to make amends.
Beverly, Mindy, oh.
Don't you even want to hear my proposition?
No!
I have an appointment tomorrow.
Listen!
With Bob Woodward.
What?
There are many kinds of power, Arthur. A 16-year-old girl, for instance, can get a very much older man in trouble, no matter what position he holds. Isn't that true?
Look, if you came here to threaten me or something, I haven't gotten anything left, okay? There's nothing left.
I'm just making a point. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
And yet, nobody would accuse a 16-year-old girl of being powerful, would they?
I guess not.
No. So, the editor of a small Connecticut high school paper wouldn't be much to run up your flagpole either. Unless one of the school's alumni happens to write for the Washington Post. And say this particular alum happens to have his old paper delivered to him once in a while, just for kicks. And say he sees an article about an infamous author, his 16-year-old playmate, a press secretary with a brand new book deal, and the sitting president of the United States. That would maybe interest a man in such a position, wouldn't you say?
Mindy, what are you doing?
There are many kinds of power, Arthur.
Look, I appreciate whatever it is you think you're doing.
This time we win.
We? No.
Drink with me.
I can't let you do this.
I've had alcohol before, Arthur.
Look, whatever you had in mind, even if I thought it was a good idea, which I don't, you do not know what will happen. I mean, if the Post prints anything...
And they will.
Your life will never be the same. Mindy, listen, consider yourself blessed. I mean, they hushed you up. Maybe it seems all glamorous to be in the middle of a hot scoop, but it's not. I swear.
Look, maybe you didn't get this part, but I was sleeping with guys I picked up in bars when I was 16 years old. Maybe a little life change could do us both some good. Let me do this for you.
Your loyalty or whatever is really very touching, but it's misguided, and I can't be responsible
Look,
for...
don't you get it? They used you, they used me, and they set us up. They knew I seduced you, they knew I took you across state lines, they knew I lied about my age, my name, and then they used the press, the public, and the fucking president of the United States. Arthur, just because you got seduced one time doesn't mean you have to spend the rest of your life getting fucked. They threatened me when I needed help, and then they paid me off. Do you know what that made me feel like? And they didn't do it for national security or to prevent a war. They did it to further their own careers. This isn't about loyalty. I have no loyalty left.
I don't... You know how long
You didn't do anything wrong.
I did, though. I did everything wrong. Mindy, thank you for coming here. Thank you for saying all that. It really... But now it's over. Now we have it straight between us and we can move on.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to the Post.
I want
Join
to
me.
get through to you.
You did. 1 year ago, you wrote a book because you believed in something and it made me different. I changed because of you and your speech. My God, Arthur, your speech. You knocked them out. You so did.
How can you say that? I probably got the guy elected. I mean, they didn't even bother to arrest me.
But you wanted them to, didn't you? You wanted to expose them. That's why you said those things, isn't it?
Look, even if it's true, we have no proof, okay? There is no proof.
No?
What?
What if I have the arrest records?
What?
What if they never got rid of them because they were smug? What if I have a bank statement with a $100,000 deposit made the morning after the date of these records? You know, I'll bet they'll paint spades for morality, values, and ethics, the real story. We can call Random House. I can talk to Bob's agent. Come with me.
No. God. Oh, my God.
Aren't you at least tempted?
God is punishing me.
God is answering your prayers the long way.
When the gods want to punish
They
you...
give you another chance.
No, I had my second chance and I blew it.
What? You never heard of a comeback? That's why they make sequels.
No, it's too, it's...
What is the worst thing that can happen?
What if, What if...
What? What if what, Arthur? Tell me.
What if... no one believes us.
America is desperate for you. America is desperate for people like you and me. They need us. Arthur, this is your return engagement. American Dreamtime Act 2. Arthur,
Yes?
trust me or don't you?
started. I mean, all I can say is, I meant well. So, January, 14 months ago.
Lebec International Publishing, offices in Paris, Rome, Tokyo, Singapore, London, and New York. January.
Brilliant! You hear me? This is brilliant. I haven't seen anything like it in 10 years. Hey, we mass produce, huh? Huge campaign. Frontline, Nightline, prime time, late night, tomorrow, today, Good Morning America. Here's your fucking wake-up call. And you, look at you. Oh, sweet, young, scruffy from the middle of nowhere. You still got your looks, you got your hair. Oh, you got a girl? No, you're single. He's single. Okay, so call Oprah. Koppel, he's low on the ratings, but he's good on the resume. Screw Springer, we keep you clean. We get you on Oprah with the blacks, Downton with the environmentos, The View with those God help us feminists, and then we roll. We get you a new suit, a press agent, a girl, an assistant, maybe even a personal trainer. And we get it into stores by election time. No, by primaries. Marge, can we get something out by primaries? Before primaries. Then get me Simpson. Oh, this is beautiful. Where were you in the 80s?
Exactly what do you like about it?
The book? Sonny, it's gorgeous. It sings like Florence fucking Nightingale. I mean, come on. Men, women, slavery, environmental rape, Jews, gays, communism, nuclear holocaust. Peace is dangerous to our economy. Jesus, kitten, do you know how to pack them in? Government conspiracies? I mean, we should call Oliver Stone.
Well, but does it need editing? What I mean is, do you think...
No, hey. Did Shakespeare say one more couplet? Huh? Did Picasso say one more brushstroke? No. Don't you touch that fucking masterpiece. You brought me a perfect made child. Now you leave it alone. Hey, I will raise this child for you. I'll make it a millionaire before it's 20.
You really think it's that good?
Oh, you're killing me. Did you not see it with every sentence you plucked from your little Underwood?
What?
It's controversial. It's dirty. It's mean.
And it's funny.
What?
It's funny. It's a satire. You saw that right away, didn't you? African Americans back to slavery, America back to war, dissolve the EPA, required national conversion to Christianity. You didn't, you don't, what? You don't think it's, dry?
Dry?
Sarcastic. You don't see it's,
What?
Angle? Your phone.
What?
The phone.
Oh, right. Hey, stop for a second. Wait. What?
It's Mr. Simpson.
So it's funny. Funny like ha-ha?
Yeah.
Like ironic?
Mr. Lebec?
Hang on, Marge. Oh, I get it. You're shitting me, right?
Mr. Lebec.
Pulling my leg.
Sir.
Yeah, to see if I'll bite. You know, and you almost had me, too. Ironic, he says. Funny ha-ha. You almost had me, you fucking schmuck.
I'm serious, Mr. Lebec. It's my commentary. A warning to the American people about continuing on their current paths. Couch and language are their national politicians in the nightly news. Look, I took an existing extreme to a logical absurd, based on principles gaining momentum in every aspect of our social and political agendas. How do I say this? It's a litmus test, a way to find out what our country really believes in.
Marge, tell Simpson I'll call him back.
Mr. Simpson says you can get it into stores before primary.
He does? Well, tell him I'll call him back.
You'll call Mr. Simpson back?
I'll call him back.
Maybe I should just...
No. You're some kind of activist. Hmm? You know, a lefty. A red.
Not really. Activist?
Yeah, did you march for things?
I did.
Mm-hmm. Like against war?
Well...
Did you burn your draft card?
Didn't everybody?
Burnt your draft card, okay.
I went to Canada. I got my degree there.
The University of Toronto.
Plus, I'm married. Not that it...
Married?
18 years. We met abroad.
She's...
British.
A foreigner.
Look, maybe I should just...
No. Okay, we'll do it anyway.
What?
We'll do it anyway, okay. So you dodged the war, okay. So you went to a foreign college. So what? So you sympathized, you smoked a little reefer, you had one too many women, and then you woke up. I want a marriage, you realized. I want a family. I want a safe and dependable world. So you rallied, you marched, you bled, and then you woke up and you changed your mind. Oh, everyone loves a reformed sinner. We check you into rehab, you know, hard copy, inside edition, rethink it a little. Middle America comes home, settles down, Costner plays you in the movie.
Mr. LeBeck.
Oh, honey pie, oh. An activist comes to his senses. You know, he rode around the block and realized that everything he fought against was, what?
Still wrong?
Meant something, carried weight. Okay, so our hero comes back from another country to reclaim himself. Yeah, he missed his family, his country, his mother, his God. He wanted to connect again, so he wrote this book. Fucking Christ.
That's insane.
It's all in the spin?
It's a statement. Serious?
No, I know. I heard all of that.
Okay, then why did I go to Canada?
To learn your lessons.
Okay, and the protests?
You were young, you were frightened, you were rebelling against your father.
My father?
Yes, a Marine colonel, a diehard patriot.
My father taught kindergarten.
That's the same difference, but...
Look, why would somebody with my background write this if it wasn't a statement?
Look, Arthur, you want to be a writer? You want to be an author? Well, what, you want to be what, heard? Well, they'll hear you, sonny. They'll listen to you. Publicity's not such a bad thing. You know, because people never read a book they never heard of.
And you could support this? The new slavery and forced Christianity and don't vote?
Hey, I'm a Jew from Rockaway. Frankly, it scares the shit out of me. But hey, can I sell it?
A Jew from Rockaway. Armando Lebeck?
Hey, Manny Beckstein. Du mach mich sehr vielig.
Ich bin sehr vielig Tizion mit dir.
You too!
It was Kellerman.
Okay, but what's the holdup, huh? Two kikes get in line and squeeze the Protestants who actually believe this crap. Hey, look, ultimately, it's a book, you know? A book.
You know, the Bible was a book.
Look, Zaz, sit. We can talk like grown-ups. Between two adults, we can find a compromise.
I'm sorry, I can't compromise on this.
Look, Arthur, I respect your ideals. I do. But let's talk business for a minute. Turkey, you spent how long on the book?
5 years.
5 years. And you want somebody to read it?
Of course I want
Right! Not nobody, somebody. Now, your only offer.
What?
I'm your only offer.
Well, the University of Toronto...
No, fuck the university. The U of Nowhere fucking Canada Press? I am talking Lebeck. Anybody else like me? No. What, so in your old age you'll be able to say, hey, I was published by some crappy university in another country, and nobody read it, and nobody reviewed it, and in the end, nothing changed? I'm sorry, Arthur, but I don't believe that's what you want. I don't believe that you wrote this book arbitrarily.
Mr. Lebeck.
Honey pie, what is the worst thing that can happen? Huh? A few 100,000 people read it. Terrible. It hits the bestseller racks. A crime. Influential reviewers pick it up. People talk about it. Where's the bad part here, Arthur? What is it you want? Hey,
what?
Hey. Look at me. Look at me. Trust me. Take the offer. Take the 15 minutes, and then, oh God, Arthur, then we tell him the truth.
What?
Oh Christ, it's beautiful. Oh, okay. So you want blacks back in chains? Of course you do. You think homos are a plague from God? Everyone else does. They'll believe you mean it because they want to believe you mean it. They won't even be surprised. They'll trust you. They'll trust the media the same way they listen to the government, and they'll prove the book for you. Then, when they're whipped into a frenzy of outrage, we come back and we hit them with the truth. Suddenly, they understand. They've been had. They can be had. Hey, you are a prophet. You are a national hero. You've exposed the way things work. Nothing like it has ever been attempted in the history of publishing.
Do you think?
Say it, Arthur. Hey, say yes.
Do you think it would work?
Oh, my boy, my own. There's the man who wrote the book. There's the man that I called into my office, and you know what? That is the man that I sell to America. Arthur, everything changes from this moment.